The first half of 2020 has come and gone, but there have already been a number of boss fights that have left their mark. Whether any of these measure up to the horrors of last year's Sekiro Shadows Die Twice, they should still pose a rough enough challenge for anyone willing. Let's go ahead and take a look at 15 of the toughest boss fights of 2020 so far. Max Thunder, Streets of Rage 4. The Streets of Rage 2 hero makes his return, but this time as a boss fight thanks to Mr. Y's mind control techniques. Many of his moves, like Thunder Tackle and Spinning Knuckle Bomb, are all here, and hurt like hell. Max also won't flinch from normal moves, and can only be knocked down by star supers. Hit and run tactics are advised, along with reading which attack will be coming next, but it's easier said than done. Empress of Light, Terraria Journey's End. Pro tip, don't fight Empress of Light during the day. Added in Update 1.4, she can appear after defeating Plantera and one-shot kill you in the daytime. Fighting at night is the best option, but you'll need to deal with her prismatic bolts, dash attacks, ethereal lance, read waves of swords, and much, much more. She'll also have great mobility and 70,000 HP, which can go up to 124,950 HP in Master Mode, so you better go in with your best possible gear. BEERUS, Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, A New Power Awakens Part 1 DLC. You'll encounter all kinds of tough bosses in Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, whether it's the annoying post-game duo of Super Saiyan Vegito and Gotenks, or Mira. BEERUS trumps them all though. As the final boss of A New Power Awakens Part 1, BEERUS is level 250 and has some rather interesting strategies on top of dealing incredible amounts of damage. He launches spheres of destruction, which can't be avoided, but can be destroyed, and has a range of attack patterns that one must learn to properly tackle. Worst of all, you can't use items, so don't count on just healing through every single mistake. AMON, YAKUZA 5 Remastered. YAKUZA 5 Remastered released earlier this year, completing the YAKUZA Remastered collection for PS4 players. This made the nightmare that was AMON an easy choice for this list. Imagine a boss with attacks that can't be blocked, gains increased damage, and even some of Kiryu's heat moves as time goes on. It can even create fire. Now imagine fighting this boss over 5 phases. Kazuma Kiryu has it rough on a good day, but AMON is on another level of torture altogether. Ryu, the Master, Street Fighter V Champion Edition. How fitting is it that one of the toughest, if not the toughest fight in Street Fighter V Champion Edition is Ryu? Encountered in Extra Battle Mode, this version of Ryu combines dangerous mix-ups, constant parries, and even a few unique moves to lay on the hurt. Each try costs 1,000 fight money, and the battle lasts for 1 round, so there's no hope of learning his patterns over an extended exchange. Live, learn, hopefully, die, and repeat is the only way. LAVENZA, Persona 5 Royal. LAVENZA is as powerful as she is dismissive. If your party can't deal 5,000 or more damage to her by the 9th turn of the battle, she instantly ends the fight with a brutal, all-out attack. There are other conditions to fulfill as you whittle down her 20,000 health pool, avoiding attacks like Megidolon, Gigantomachia, and one-shot kill in the process. Have fun managing buffs and debuffs, especially since she can negate Dekaja and Dekunda respectively. Otakimaru, Neo 2. Neo 2 has quite a few doozies for bosses, but Otakimaru arguably sits above them all. He has 3 phases. The first sees him using each of the 3 yokai shifts. The second phase is where things get crazier as he starts mixing in different elemental attacks with his swords, whether it's calling down lightning or shooting ice shards. The third phase is the worst, as his swords begin circling around him and can be launched at the player without mercy. With lots of health and a variety of attacks, Otakimaru really is the ultimate challenge. GROUDON, Post-Game, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Rescue Team DX. As you progress through Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Rescue Team DX, it becomes easier to take down some of the stronger legendary Pokemon. When the post-game truly starts though, you won't have leveled up enough just yet. Return to Magma Cavern and you'll have the chance to fight Groudon and recruit it. The problem is that on top of being tougher and potentially downing multiple Pokemon with Earthquake, he can also use Primal Reversion. This negates all water-type moves, making the fight even tougher if you're not prepared. Omega Zero, Mega Man Zero/ZX Legacy Collection. Discovered in Mega Man ZX, Omega Zero is easily one of the hardest bosses in the entire series. Along with possessing a number of Zero's classic abilities, Omega Zero moves incredibly quick and has 3 health bars. Playing on hard mode, well, good luck avoiding his Saber Slash combos, which can either heavily damage or instantly kill you. He'll also heal during the fight, making this even more of an endurance test. But if you can beat him, then you're on the path to unlocking the most powerful biometal in the game, Model OX. Avalanche ABAASY, Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. When you've finished the story in Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition, there are a number of super bosses you can battle. Avalanche ABAASY is the strongest at level 120 with over 800,000 HP. It also has a 70% physical and ether defense, double attacks at a constant pace, and immunity to breaks, except during chain attacks. Did you happen to get caught in its spike? Well, bad news. It's an instant kill with a 15-meter range. In short, Avalanche ABAASY does not mess around. Apex Sperm Whale, Maneater. The ocean is full of apex predators in Maneater, and they're worth pursuing to obtain different mutations. At the end of this long list of killers is the apex sperm whale, a large aquatic beast with an even bigger health pool. Attacking it head-on is tough since it packs a wallop, so make sure you're fully kitted out before the fight, or at least can spam it with shadow shark attacks from a safe distance. YOZORA Kingdom Hearts 3 Remind DLC. He possesses lasers aplenty, can rapidly close the distance and execute extensive combos and unleash unblockable attacks. Even the Keyblade isn't safe. YOZORA can steal it, causing Sora's focus and MP to drain completely, and only allowing for item use and dodging. He can also trap Sora in a pyramid, or 3, and slice him up. And if that lengthy health bar isn't bad enough, YOZORA can even steal a Kupo coin and come back from the brink of death. Kain, the Surge 2, the Kraken. If you've wanted to test the limits of your tank build in the Surge 2, then Kain from the Kraken expansion will suffice. Located in the VBS Krakow, Kain looks fairly diminutive, but is deceptively quick. Its EMP strike can disable your combat drone, while its super jump causes damage and creates oil patches that can obscure your vision if too close. It can then ignite the oil, turn into a tornado, and rush you. The list just goes on. That's not accounting for its crazy amount of health or extensive range. Bahamut, Final Fantasy VII Remake. The big bad Bahamut is unlocked after finishing all of the battle intel reports and other VR fights. It's recommended to be at max level, over 7,000 HP for each character, and possessing fully upgraded weapons before this fight. Bahamut can use Mega Flare, which must be interrupted by dealing enough damage. You only have 5 seconds though, so good luck. Then there's Umbral Aura, which causes a massive amount of damage over time and must be tanked. And that's not even including its other attacks, which are almost impossible to evade and must be blocked, resulting in even more damage taken. The Rat King, The Last of Us Part 2. Encountered in Day 2 of Seattle, the Rat King is a large infected that can break through walls. One grab is all it takes for instant death, and it doesn't help that the battle arena is very confined, making it tough to get away. Even if you find a way to kite the boss, it still takes quite a lot of punishment, and that's before a stalker detaches from its body to fight you. Killing the Rat King isn't even the end, since you then need to hunt down the stray stalker and kill it as well. And that about does it for this video. If you enjoyed what you watched and want to see more from Gaming Bolt, you can always hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell icon next to it. That way you will never miss any of our videos.